What is happening to ocean surface? Well, looks like ocean surface warming has more than quadrupled since the late 1980s, a study shows. Hello friends, Jim here. Well, this article appeared in phys.org. The rate of ocean warming has more than quadrupled over the past 4 decades, a new study has shown. Ocean temperatures were rising at about 0.06 degrees Celsius per decade in the late 1980s, but are now increasing at 0.27 degrees Celsius per decade. Well, that's 4.5 times. Published 28 January 2025 in Environmental Research Letters, the study helps explain why 2023 and early 2024 saw unprecedented ocean temperatures. Professor Chris Merchant, lead author at the University of Reading, said if the oceans were a bathtub of water, then in the 1980s, the hot tap was running slowly, warming up the water by just a fraction of a degree each decade. But now the hot tap is running much faster, and the warming has picked up speed. The way to slow down that warming is to start closing off the hot tap by cutting global carbon emissions and moving towards net zero. Good luck. First of all, you've got pipeline warming, you've got lag effects, you've got ocean heat content. So, energy imbalance seems to be what they're going to present as a factor. This accelerating ocean warming is driven by the Earth's growing energy imbalance, whereby more energy from the sun is being absorbed in the Earth's system than is escaping back to Earth. This imbalance has roughly doubled since 2010, in part due to increasing greenhouse gas concentrations, correct, and because the Earth is now reflecting less sunlight to space than before. Oh, loss of sea ice, land ice, so albedo is decreasing. Global ocean temperatures hit record highs for 450 straight days in 2023. There are only 365 days in a year. So that means it was over a year in early 2024. Some of this warmth came from El Nino. When scientists compared it to a similar El Nino in 2015-16, they found that the rest of the record warmth is explained by the sea surface warming up faster in the past 10 years than in earlier decades. 44% of the record warmth was attributable to the oceans absorbing heat at an accelerating rate. The findings show that the overall rate of global ocean warming observed over recent decades is not an accurate guide to what happens next. It is plausible that the ocean temperature increase seen over the past 40 years will be exceeded in the next 20 years. Because the surface oceans set the pace for global warming, right? Oceans drive the climate. This matters for the climate. They drive the climate, right? Just remember that. This accelerating warming underscores the urgency of reducing fossil fuel burning to prevent even more rapid temperature increases in the future in an attempt to stabilize the climate. Well, we're already in climate chaos. So, they didn't say it, but they're kind of hinting at reduced aerosols. And, aerosols are a factor for atmospheric warming, in which atmospheric scientists project an increase of 0.42 C in atmospheric temperatures over 100 years. So it's not going to really have a significant impact on ocean sea surface temperatures, especially as you get to higher latitudes due to the curvature, the turbulence of the ocean surface, and the rapid attenuation of energy as it enters the water column. It follows an exponential decay pattern. Where you're going to see the greatest absorption of sunlight energy into the oceans is in the tropics, because the sunlight energy is almost making a straight beeline in there, and waters tend to be a little calmer, but there's also, in essence, a near year-round thermocline. almost permanent one. There's not much productivity going on there. The waters are clear, so the sun energy can penetrate a little further in there and thus warm it up further. But that rapidly decreases as you move to higher latitudes, which is where we start seeing the productivity. So I do appreciate the fact that they stayed here, just burning off so much fossil fuels. So, people can say, oh, the reduction in aerosols is leading to an increase in temperatures. They seem to be making the assumption that we're not introducing any more fossil fuels. Where in fact, less clouds can allow more sunlight to come through. But again, 0.42 C over 100 years for the air does not equate to 0.42 C an increase in sea surface temperature, given especially that the specific heat of water is much higher than air. Takes a lot more energy. It's the fact that we continue to burn more fossil fuels, which then increase the levels of the greenhouse gases, which then increase the ability to trap more energy, and then thanks to mesoscale eddies that act as the conduit between the oceans and the air, the atmosphere, more of that heat energy and CO2 gets put into the oceans. And this is increasing, quadrupling. Stay tuned. Talk to you soon.